I think they're both on flying laps, to be honest. So this will probably hurt Paterang a little bit in this middle sector where it's a bit more twisty and windy. But when he gets to the straights, I mean, he's not far behind his best at all there. So when he gets to the straight bits here now, he'll be getting an absolutely fantastic tour of car. I mean, you can see how much quicker he is than Carl. He's closed up so much. He's just invalidated, he's just run wide. Let's jump on board with cars, we can get his. So he's 2 tenths up, Carl is. So he's just gone half a tenth up, still on P15. That won't bother him too much, he's quite good at tyre conservation, this Carl. He likes to think he's the eSports Jensen Button. So it'll be good to see what he can muster up. I'm just going to flip back across the Discord very quickly. No one's replied to the weather yet. Well, obviously we'll keep an eye on it, see what happens. Who else is... So we've got Stanton 17th. Ambrose currently occupying last place. Lundy and Ikalma look like they've retired from the session as well. So currently, with 15 seconds to go, with everybody bar Riceman, Hoof Penguin, Peg, Lundy and Ikalma out on track, we have Pickles in P1, Tez in P2 with a stonking lap of 109.4, Brindy Boy in P3, Hopi in P4, Paterang in P5, Riceman P6, Berquist P7, Hoof Penguin P8, Sim Racing P9, Pars are us in P10, it's an impressive showing, first time out for those guys. Ikalma P11, Pickles does not improve on his time, so Tez is out. He's backed off 6.6 seconds down. Saying that could be his in lap. So I'll ask the chat, who do you think's going to win? Let's have some predictions in the chat as we get ready to rock and roll. We're away. We are away. Pickles has got away well, so's Tez and Brindy. Couple wide into the first corner. Oh, there's a Ferrari going around, that'll be Ikalma. Is that Tube Ikalma and Tube Billy have had contact? Everybody else seems to be okay, so we've got just the yellow flags. Tez runs a bit wide there. Brindy Boy, some ideas. Green flags away there. There's been a bit more drama down the back end of the field. Virtual safety car. So we've got Peg Newsom. He's got a damaged front wing. Got Lundy, who's got mixed up in that as well. So he's got damaged front wing, it looks like. So has Berquist. Tube Billy has, but I think that's off his first contact. Scanning the front wings as we go past. Everybody else, I think, stance car. Carl Duncan's is alright behind. Some Racing's looks to be alright. It's still in the VSC. I just want to make sure there's no silly contact with each other on the VSC. Let's get back on the front, boys, because I'll be very interested to see here now how these go about it. We're racing again. So Pickles has already dropped Tez 2.2 seconds, and that's including with having to mess around with a VSC. So we've got yellow flags again down the back end as Peg Newsom's had an issue again. Ambrose is DNF'd. Oh, Jubilee picks up a 5-second penalty. Ambrose has lost a wing there, a wheel even. Sorry, quite sure what happened there. Let's see if I can get that off the chat. Peg selected not to pit yet. I must admit, I'm a bit surprised that did not caught a safety car, saying that it was not on the racing line. So Pickles and Brindy's managed to get past as we were looking at what was going on with Amboz, with the issue into the pits. Pickles sets the fastest lap with a 1:21.3, and he's got a 4.2 second lead. Tez is P3, obviously struggling a little bit, probably just to get those tyres warmed up. He's got Riceman all over the back of him. I hope he's right behind him there as well. Position change. Let's use the big winners and the big losers at the minute. So Berquist and Patarang have lost out big time. Patarang's actually in the pits right now. With that back end of that field really spread out, really spread out. Riceman has got past Tez, who's clearly struggling with this wet setup so far. I hope he's right behind him. Hope he'll be looking to try and get a move on it. We've got safety car now. It's Patarang's DNF'd as well. That's a very unfortunate start for that food then. And also you yourself as well, Patarang.
Yeah, so pretty much what happened was I was going around the normal corners as usual. I lost a position to Roastman, who had an amazing launch. I mean, that was crazy. And pretty much like when I go around to the big right hand on the swooping bend, my front left hit the grass slightly and sucked me in and hit me in the barrier. So I had yellow damage from then on my wing. So I pitted, and then I came out the pit lane, literally turned as I normally would, and my rear just span round and crashed me out. And I generally thought I had wing damage, and then turned out I had full damage. So yeah, it was the
I missed both of them live.
Yeah. It was such a clean start as well.
Oh. I think we've just had a disqualification there as well, I think.
Well, you have, but we have.
Huff Penguin has just been disqualified.
Oh.
Now that looked like, because we were just doing the same. Yeah, we've just done the safety car restart just as you two were just finishing.
Or did it cause the safety car, did it?
Yeah, yours did, yeah. Amboz's didn't, because it was on the pit entry, so it's not the racing line, but yours was right on the, just off the racing line.
Yeah.
But there was a bit of commotion in the middle of the track.
Just frustrating because, like, I was on for such a great result. I mean, that's probably my best TT qualifying I actually had, to be fair. So, yeah. Gutting. Really is gutting.
Penguin has been disqualified for ignoring his drive-through penalty, what he got on the virtual safety car.
Well, that's...
But you can't take it on the safety car though, can you?
No, you can't take... No, you can't.
Oh. Yeah.
That.
Yeah, well,
that's unfortunate for him.
Shoot inquiry later on, won't it?
Yeah, but that's not going to help his ending position, though, unfortunately.
No, and obviously because it puts him as a disqualification rather than a DNF, it puts him plumb last as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though he's the third retiree, he should technically be 17th. But
I'm so frustrated though because. Oh.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. I mean, I've been there myself. You know, obviously an early mistake, or even just a bit of a touch on the grass or whatever. And
well, yeah, that's the thing is, yeah, I'm so frustrated because it was such a solid qualifying on my part, and it was just frustrating I had to end that way.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, unfortunately it was. I could have got some solid points today, and it's just.
Yeah, you were both
crushing.
in a position, particularly with the wet race as well. You do tend to see more errors, more mistakes. The
thing is, it's crazy because I normally I love this. To be fair, I enjoy racing in the wet conditions. That's my preference, to be honest. And I just got really unfortunate because I don't even know how. I must have literally touched the grass, and it literally brought me in, clipped my front, and then gave me orange damage, well, yellow orange, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just which never happened. But well, that's the thing. I literally spun around. It gave me a red wing, and I had to look, and then my left was completely off the track. I was like, "Oh, you're joking me." I literally, it was just, yeah.
Yeah, like I say,
This wasn't meant to be, unfortunately.
well, to be honest, the way that yours come across on my camera, as I was following someone behind you, we come round the last corner. This is for Amboz, and Amboz's car is parked in the pit lane entry with the front right detached, as if he's rear-ended someone on the way into the pits, and it's just stopped. That's how it looked, and I'm like, what's happened there? And then for yourself, I couldn't even see your wheel hanging up.
He could have clipped the entry, to be fair. He could have clipped the entry.
He's just explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just rolled there, hasn't it? Yeah. Just rolled. Right, well, again, gents, thank you for popping in.
That's
sorry
right.
It was such a quick race, and you're in here so early.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll have a better race
just before you
next.
both depart,
yeah.
let's have a prediction. Who do you think's going to win? Currently, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you're still in the race session.
I haven't.
Pickles is leading.
Outraged.
2.5 seconds ahead of Brindy Boy.
Right.
Tamiston 10 seconds behind that, with Hopi right behind him, and it's a bit of a train then, all the way down to 15th.
I mean, obviously at the moment looking like Pickles' favourite because of that gap. I mean, it all depends because, like you say, in the wet, anything can happen. Like even by the smallest of errors. So yeah, to be fair, my favourite for the minute is going to be probably. Oh, can I pick two? Probably either like
Rice.
Of
course you can, yeah.
I reckon Rice Man or Pickles to win. I reckon.
Right, well, Rice Man.
Yeah.
Is currently P16.
Oh.
And he is he's 32.5 seconds behind the lead.
Oh, I didn't realise it was that far back.
Part to us has just ran wide then, yeah.
Well, I mean, I would love Reese to win, to be fair. It'd be good for him, but I don't think it's going to be a favourite unless something major goes carnage.
Not unless he gets really lucky with some safety car time.
Yeah, I mean, then I'll probably
stop.
say Pickles or Brindy Boy to win then. Pickles or Brindy Boy, I reckon. But there we go. Yeah. Yeah.
He's only a second behind Tamiston though.
Yeah.
Pickles, Brindy and Hopi.
Yeah,
let's see if those predictions come to fruition. I'll give you a shout if they do. If you don't see it.
No worries.
Right, well, thank you very much for popping in, gents. We'll speak
soon. No worries, man. See you in a bit. Right. Bye, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
So just as we're looking here, guys, obviously jump back in now. So at the bottom of my screen it come up that Huff Penguin had been disqualified. As I checked the race director's notes in game, I managed to notice that he'd been served a drive-through penalty in the VSC. But you can't do a drive-through under a safety car. So it looks like he's been caught out with some really, really, really bad timing. Unfortunately, obviously the game doesn't have leniencies for that, doesn't have allowances or tolerances for any of that sort of thing. It's sort of cut and dry really. Unfortunately, he suffered a DNF. Just looking here, we're just watching. I hope he's got Praise the Haze right on his gearbox, so he's having a great race up 8 places. A few people up 8 places actually. Stant and Lundy both up 8 places. Carl Duncan's up 9. Again, you know, I said just before the race started, Carl Duncan is the master at getting those places in the opening stages of the race. Holding on to them. Tamiston's up 9 as well. Hope's in status quo. Pickles is in status quo. And Ikalma's in status quo. Their positions haven't changed whatsoever. The field is quite bunched out a little bit. I mean, Pickles and Brindy Boy are just running their own sort of race. 4 seconds in that. You've got a bit of a gap then to Tamiston, who does seem to be holding everybody up a little bit. But obviously with the wet conditions, you've got no DRS assistance, so it literally is a case of the best exit wins out of that last corner. And you've got to be so close. I mean, as you can see here, Hope's running 4 tenths behind Praise the Haze, 3 tenths behind him. Pars are us, currently P6, about 7 tenths behind. There's not a lot between these guys. It is a definite train. Tamiston is the cork in this particular bottle right now. Elsewhere, Lundy's getting interested on Stant. Just a couple of tenths in it. With Ikalma, a few tenths back. Peg Newsom's getting interested with Chew Billy. Carl Duncan's got Tez right behind him as well for P. Looking at the battle for P7. That's a decent camera angle. Bit on. Yeah, definitely Strikers, and I am so happy we did not have rain. And hello to Crux Kings as well. It's going well. We're having an eventful race. Bit of rain. Couple of crashes, a disqualification. We've had everything so far. Better than the real life stuff, this. Better than the real life stuff. We just were riding on board with Tez. Everything seems to be sticking with these guys. Praise the Haze, itching to get past, but also, you know, these guys are very experienced in what they're doing. They know that they need to wait and wait and wait, and this is a track that's a bit difficult for overtaking. You've only really got the run into turn 1, and this also this little stretch here, but you're only really going to get past if someone makes a mistake. Coming out of the corner before, like as I say, with no DRS because of the wet weather, you've lost that couple of tenths advantage. You've lost the pace advantage of a few kph as well, so you're really going to struggle. So we're on lap 14 of 36, so we're just over a third of the way through. I'll run you through the order. It's Pickles with just under 5-second lead on Brindy Boy. Tamiston's dropping back, nearly 16 seconds behind. We've got Hopey within a second, Praise the Haze within a second, Pars within a second, and Carl Duncan's 2 seconds back. And Tez is within half a second of him. And then we've got Stant nearly 4 seconds back. Who's got Lundy right behind him, 4 tenths back. And we've got Ikalma second and a half back, with another second and a half gap for Peg Newsom. Sim Racing about 4 seconds behind that, and then we've got another DRS train. We've got Riceman and Bergquist, who's super close. 2 tenths in it, super close. It just backs off now as we get through the wind a bit. You lose a lot of performance if you stay behind too close, and this is one of the good things I think about the game as well, is that is very accurate. You can feel the cars slide, particularly if you're on a steering wheel. Billy makes a bit of a mistake there, lets Bergquist have a real good look at him. He has the back out, which gets Riceman ridiculously interested. Are we going to see a move? Are we going to see a move? He's gone for it. So close as we ride on board now. It's just going to be who gets the best exit out of here now. Billy makes a bit of a mistake. I mean, you can see from this camera angle as well, for the guys that most of them run this camera angle. We've got virtual safety car, who's gone round. Dant's gone into the pits. Has he damaged his wing? Yeah, he's lost his wing on the exit. So we get a virtual safety car. Neutralises the race for a minute, so you probably get a couple of people from behind just popping in there. It's a free pit stop. Everybody's going round at a much reduced pace, about 40% of the race pace. Yep, Poulton, you're not wrong, my friend. Cody's is an absolute nightmare. Bergquist's out. Has Bergquist dropped it? Fried and Bob with stance if you come round. Didn't quite see what the issue with Bergquist was there. Couldn't quite tell. Couldn't quite tell. That's the same place as Patarang, and we've not, coincidentally, not had a safety car for that. Huffed Penguin, sorry mate. Oh, is Mr. Poulton, or Miss Poulton, whoever that Poulton may be. Did you do some of the coding on this safety car glitch? Back on the way, 15 in, 4 down. Obviously, we only started with 19 today. Four men down already, and again, you know, this wet weather, it does horrible things to people's performances. So the gap's still about 5 seconds out front. It's extended from second to third to 18. I mean, you can see on the mini map that Pickles is just about on the start finish straight now, and Tamerson's just come out the last sector, so Pickles has got the whole of the last sector pretty much to himself, with only Brindy Boy 5 seconds behind. We've got some racing going on there. Stanton and Sim Racing having a little swapperoonie. Oh, it's a slight bit of contact. He's damaged his wing. He's very lucky there to not lose a wheel. I think Sim Racing picked up any damage there. Just trying to keep an eye on the gap, just try and bring you something as of when we get it, but because the weather is so dreadful, no one's really getting an opportunity. Tez is still really interested in Carl Duncan, but they've caught up to that pack ahead. Now, Praise has managed to get past Hopi somewhere in the middle there, and they've both dropped back a little bit from Tamerston. So Tamerston's got a bit of breathing space. Parzaros is right on the back of Hopi. So Hopi got some front wing damage there, didn't I suppose? It's just a really dodgy camera angle. He has, so he's had a moment. He's had a moment while we've been watching elsewhere. Oh, Wyatt just flipped to Mercedes. I feel if I can sector 1. Stant's gone off again. No, he's just not going to the pit, so he'll be struggling now. Let's hope he pits early. Well, I'll say early, halfway through. Bad time to pit, really. So we open fresh tyres, full front wing. Hopefully he will be able to potentially undercut Praise the Haze if Praise the Haze does decide to pit. And also he'll be hoping that he might actually get Tamerston going there as well. He was just minding his own business. And a solid race there in P3, up 9 places. Carl Duncan's moved up 10 places now, as has Lundy. You've got Tamerston up 9, Praise the Haze up 9. Some big movers in this today. We've got some What's big lose as well? Bergquist down 9, obviously, as he's gone out. Patrick down 12. Penguin down 11. All unfortunately out. Tez is down 5. Reisman's down 5. Hope's down 8. And Sim Racing's down 4. So people are moving around. There's big movements. I mean, Brindy Boy's only at 1 place. And ICalmar's up 2. But everyone else is up at least 3 or 4 places. So as Tamiston comes in, so he'll have reacted there he'll have noticed that Hope's disappeared from his individual little time on the screen. Carl Duncan carries on. Fraser Hayes is pitted as well, as has Paz and Tez. Carl Duncan goes through, up 13. Lundy now up 14. And we know Carl Duncan's very, very, very good at looking after his tyres. Brindy Boy's also pitted. So Pickles has now got... Yeah, so most of the people now have at least pitted. So the only people not to pit is ICalmar, Carl Duncan and Pickles. Now Lundy's... As Brindy Boy goes, Pickles now boxes. Brindy Boy sets the purple first sector. It's purple second sector, I should say. He's running his outlap. Where's Pickles? Pickles is on the exit. He's definitely safe there. Let's dance in the pits again. Does this bring him out any closer? Not really. If anything, he's probably lost a couple of tenths, if anything. But he's got the momentum through them corners, so he's back to state score about 5 seconds. So they've all come back out again now. All the pegs. So you're probably looking at like Carl Duncan, ICalmar, Peg Newsom and Reisman are all probably going to have to pit again. So I would say that Reisman will drop out into P12 and the guys will be 7, 8, 9 and 10 will drop ahead. But praise the Hayes and Paz are us have managed to jump Tamiston. Hope he's been unlucky. I think he's stuck behind Tez. He's come out. Yeah, so Hope he's lost out really. So he's not really benefited. Tez has benefited a lot from that. Not as much praise to Hayes though. He's going to be on for big points. Sector 3, yellow flag. I'm trying to look on the minimap. In fact, we're going through Sector 3 now anyway. Safety car. Who? Oh, it's behind us. Who's going to be the next car through that section? It's going to be Chew Billy. So Paz or us has lost it. On the exit of this next corner. Let's hope it leaves his car in long enough to see. So, where's Carl Duncan though? Because everyone else behind him's pitted. It must have just cleared that car as we went through it then. So we've got another safety car. Carl will be praying to get on with it. Obviously he's gonna have to stick to the delta. Yeah, he's struggling even at the slower pace. He's struggling with those tyres. So that's 5 retirements now, and typically we've been looking elsewhere at every single opportunity. It always seems to be the way. Always seems to be the way. This car's coming to pits now. Right. Pit stop's not going to be as long. It's about think it's about a 15-second stop here anyway. It's 13 seconds to the good under safety car conditions. So we should. No, Praise has got him. Praise has got him. But Praise has pulled off an absolute blinder as they just swap places. Carl Duncan, Praise the Hayes, so unless Praise go off the track then. So Carl Duncan and Praise, particularly Carl, has pulled off an absolute blinder. He's waited that extra lap, he's avoided the chaos, confusion. I mean, I don't know if he missed the pit entry, he may well have missed said pit entry, but he has absolutely, he's aced it. He has aced it. So they'll all be getting told now, catch the safety car. You see Brindy Boys caught up to Pickles. Pickles will be furious here now because for yet another race in Tier 1 this season, he builds a nice comfortable gap. Someone goes and ruins it on him and pulls out a safety car. So Brindy Boy's back with him. Stant's got a 5-second penalty. Human, I can't see because of my bars. Let's just have a quick look at the penalties here while we've got a second. So Hooft obviously disqualified. Tamiston's got a 5-second penalty, as has Tube Billy. Stant has got one for speed in the pit lane. Praise the Hayes has got one for multiple warnings. Kalman's got one for multiple warnings. So that's track limits. Peg's got one for speed in the pit lane. That's unlike Peg. Sim Racing got a drive-through for speed under safety car. He's going to have to take that quick. And ignoring yellow flags. A 5-second penalty. That's an unusual one to get in a Codemasters game. You don't see that very often. So unless that's he's overtook somebody under yellow flags. We'll have to keep an eye on Sim Racing, boxing, get rid of that penalty because that could be another disqualification. Stu Billy gets another 3-second time penalty. So one of the things that stewards will be looking out for here is any contact with the safety car. You know, there shouldn't be. You know. So I'll just run through the order of the field right now. So we've got Pickles from Brindy Boy, from Carl Duncan, from Praise the Hayes, from Tamiston, from Ike Kalmar, from Tez, from Peg, from Hopi, from Lundy, from Riceman, from Sim Racing, from Chew Billy, and from Stance. And our retirements. Parzaros, Berquist, Patarang, Aimbos, all DNFs, and Hoof Penguin fell foul of the dodgy Codemasters rule regarding drive-through penalties and safety cars. Which I do feel hella sorry for him. I'm hoping that Sim Racing is not going to fall under the same issue. I don't know if he can take it yet. So he's already past that. Don't know how many laps. So he'll be praying. Let's see, when did he get that penalty? What lap was it? Chubilly got a 5-second penalty. Oh, Chubilly's had a murder last couple of laps. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. So Sim Racing got his on lap 20. You only get 3 laps. On lap 24. Chubilly, yeah, 5-second penalty. Speed in the pit. So I think, if I'm right in saying this, if the safety car comes in this lap, I think that, yeah, the safety car in this lap, so I think Sim Racing needs to forget about the restart and just dive straight for that drive through. I'd probably take a view about 5th. Should get a good view there. Oh, we've got some contacts going on behind the safety car. Riceman. I didn't see who that was with. I'll check that in a minute. You've got to wait for the safety car to get gone on this because it slows you down. There, yeah, Pickles is gone. Front 3 get away really well. British A's got away okay. They're all away. Sim Racing's still in, so he must get 3 laps from now, with it being an actual safety car that he's got the issue on. As we see Lundy and Riceman very close, a little bit of friendly nudging going on there. Right on board, he's having a look at Peg, so he must have got a better drive. He's through. Peg's conceded that one. Oh, he's ran very wide as well, so he's had to concede a few there. Carl's keeping with the boys in front now, which he'll be very happy with. 11 laps to go. Anyone particularly close? The closest battle at the minute is Tez and Riceman. So Riceman has had a flyer from the get-go. He's really got those intermediates warmed straight up, ready to rock and roll. Right on board, and again you'll see just how little you can see as Tez goes super defensive. Is he going to stick it around the outside? No, I think it's better of it. He's going to try and cut underneath. He's got him. He's got the better drive. Tez just has to get out of that a little bit there. Lundy very interested. There was a bit of wheel spin from Riceman, or a little clever bit of delayed throttle application. This is where it's at now. Tez, Lundy, Peg, Chew Billy, all very close. Stance managed to catch, he's catching back up to the pack there now. Sim Racing's right to the back. So Sim Racing's took his drive through there. ICarman getting close to Tamiston. Praise is close with Carl Duncan again. Pickle sets another new fastest lap, 1:19.8. This guy is ludicrously rapid. Ludicrously rapid. He's got a 2-second buffer already. Carl Duncan's fell 2 seconds behind Brindy Boy now as well. That's fine, he'll be wanting to just keep Praise at bay. He knows as long as he drives clean, gets his exits right, stays away from penalties, Praise won't get past him. The scope just is not there for the overtake. As long as he gets his exits right, no mistakes, he'll be okay. Hope he's getting interested by Kalmar. Peg now as well. Having a nosy. Peg's got very close. Yellow flag in sector 2. Oh! Icarman's lost it, he's lost a bit of front wing. Trying to find where that was on that map then, but I couldn't quite get it in time. Not sure what's happened there. Beckle sets another new fastest lap, 1:19.5. So he's pushing. Brindy Boy's keeping with it though. Realistically, when you think he's setting fastest lap after fastest lap, it's there or thereabouts. Let's see if Icarman boxes. Yep. So Let's go back to Praise the Haze. Now we've just got a 3-second time penalty, presumably for running wide in the penultimate corner on the exit of that. Just see just how much the cars are slipping and sliding there. Praise just really wrestling the car through the sector there then. Corrections all the time going on. Similar line through. Just waiting so long to get the power down. Line again, just trying to stay away from that curve, particularly in the wet. It's not going to do me any favours whatsoever. Deep into there, but he's okay. You can get away with that in the wet. Carl's just starting to stretch the legs a little bit. There's another new fastest lap goes in 1:19.5. It's only slightly quicker, but quicker again. He's got a 3-second lead now to Brindy Boys Pickles. You see there, Brazier's got the quicker setup in a straight line. Bit of slipstream added as the rain seems to be easing a little bit. Seems to be going down as hard. Just flip down to Stance. Have a look at how they're getting on. They're battle. They were 3/10 behind, just dropped back a little bit. Riceman dropped Tez by 5 seconds, so I don't think Tez is really enjoying this in the wet, to be fair. So I'll ask the chat, does anyone think we're going to have another safety car in the last 7 laps? Let's see what you think. Let's have a look at the predictions in a minute. Praise the Haze is right up with Carl Duncan again now, 3/10 to gap. 3/10 to gap. He'll be hoping that Carl can feel that pressure. So he'll be hoping that there's a little mistake, and then he can just capitalise. Maybe a bit of a bad entry, bad exit, something like that. That's what he'll be hoping for. Hope so, Liam. Keep the excitement up. I think my timing's a bit knackered there. Let's have a look. Gotta love Codemasters timing screens, haven't you? Apparently Carl Duncan praised the Haze on a lap down, but Thomas sitting behind him in 5th is not. There we go, we're fixed again now. Other than Praise and Carl, who it keeps saying is a lap down, he's absolutely not. The only closest one, oh, Peg's pitted. He's got to take his penalty. Racing was getting close to him anyway, so that frees him up. You can go and have an attack now, see what he can get in the last 5 laps. I can't really see. Gaps aren't really. I'm going to stick with Praise the Haze and Carl Duncan because, sorry guys, there's not really much going on in this one now. Unless we get another safety car or sun comes out at like 1,000,000 degrees and instantly dries the track, I think we are going to be in status quo to the end of the race. We've got 4 laps to go. And the gap's still 6/10. I have to say, if Carl manages to hang this one out, keep hold of that 3rd place, which, you know, I hope they're not cursed to the commentator, but it certainly seems like he's got it, as long as there's no mistakes. Drive of the day material, that's a hell of a drive. Up 13 places, gets composure, not got in any scuffles. I don't think he's had any warnings, which I'll check in a moment. Let's just look on at Hopey getting interested on Tamerston. So Mason gets another 3-second time penalty. I'll just have a quick look at these penalties again. So, Carl Duncan. Yeah, Carl Duncan's had a exceed. Only the one though. And we've got a few multiple warnings there, so. Yeah, so Lundy, Hopey and Riceman all had a bit of an issue on the safety car there. 5-second penalty for each. Should be interested to look at that again later on. See what the crack is with that. Hopey's pretty close here. He's got decent run out of that one. But you're running out of places to overtake as Tamerson gets like a little bit of a tank slapper on there, going through there, a bit of drifting through that section. Going to ride on board again, just show you how difficult it is run this close through these sectors. You can see got quite a lot of steering lock in. Very neat and tidy through there, to be fair. Oh, excuse me. Apologies for the yawns there. It is not related to the racing whatsoever. It's those pesky 5 AM starts. So looking down the leaderboard there, Carl Duncan Praise pretty much joined at the gearbox. Not much to separate them at all. Hopey's quite close, won't stay off that curve, mate. Not going on that too much. Billy's just managed to break the 2nd mark, so he's 9/10 down on Lundy. There's some racing, there's about a 2nd behind Stance and catching. I hope he's got plenty of ARS left. I can't believe I've only just noticed as we start lap 34 that I did not have the telemetry on. Ah, Michael! Oh, he's had to back out there a little bit. For a moment as he drops back 3/10. Let's have a look at sim racing. Yellow flag sector 2, that's a Ferrari going slow. Yeah, Icarman's damaged his swing again, so he's probably gone out a little pirouette again. He's just been lapped by his teammate. I think it's safe to say that Pickles is doing his best Charles Leclerc impression and Carmart is doing his best Sebastian Vettel impression at the minute. Carl has just flipped into a DNF. Yeah, so he's retired in the pits. So we're down, and then there was 13. Unlucky 13. Let's please not have anything 4. No. Who's closed? Oh, I just hope he had an issue in that last sector. He's dropped right down. Did he have a lunge? He's got damaged wing again. We're just watching on the side, Carl. Carl's managing to keep Praise the Haze at about the second mark. As we go into the penultimate lap. Hope he's just dropped down again. Sim Racing's going this time. So it was looking promising, it's just turned into a bit of a nightmare for Hopi there. Not ideal in the slightest. As far as he's concerned, he'll be furious with that. He was so happy last week with his result. So happy. Crashing down to earth with a massive thud. Riding aboard with Chew Billy as he tries to line up. Not got much ERS left. A little bit of a wheel spin through the middle of the corner. He just had the car just sort of give up on the acceleration. Now he's clipping. Obviously, clipping is where you run out of electrical energy to deploy. Always Praise the Haze, just caught right back up to Carl. Half a second out on him so far this lap. Back to 7-8 tenths again now. On board with Carl, just see how he's doing. He's going to have to do a bit of fuel saving there now, is Carl. Yellow flag sector 1, who's in sector 1? Lundy. He's got front wing damage as well, so I hope he gets a place back. He's got severe wing damage there. Not just an end plate gone, the little winglets have gone as well. As Pickles crosses the line as your race winner. Brindy Boy in P2, Carl Duncan, Praise. Duncan smashes P3, Praise in P4, Tamiston will come across in P5, Riceman in P6, Tez will come home in P7. I think Tez will absolutely bite your hand off with that, to be honest, because the race had. Chew Billy in P8, Stanth in P9 with Sim Racing, P chorus to P10, penalties not P, Chew Billy down to 10th, Hope he finishes 11th, Lundy will cross in P12 and then Peg will catch up and cross there. So let's see if we can get, don't know if that invite actually went into the screen or. A pretty eventful race there as Pickle takes the win. Nice, cool, calm as always. And here he is. If you can, as usual, Pickles, if you just make sure your audio's included for us, mate.
Yeah, that's all done.
So, from the outside, that probably looked a little bit straightforward for you. How did you find it?
I mean, it might look straightforward, but racing around here, especially in the wet, is always quite difficult. Got to keep off those curbs, and yeah, it's quite easy to make mistakes. And then the safety cars were a bit annoying, especially on the first one, because Brindy almost got me into turn 1. But yeah, after that, I thought.
Yeah, I said that in comments. I said you'd be cursing everybody who's brought out a safety car today, because every time you got to about 6 seconds or so, safety car.
Yeah.
Carl, have you included your audio? I've just had a message on chat saying you can't hear you. You silly man. You don't have an interview here. Oh. Well, I'll just ask Pickles the last question while you figure that out. So, happy with that, I take it. Obviously, the safety car is a bit of an annoyance for you. Ready for Spain?
I don't know, Spain's a bit of a difficult one. I feel like, especially if it's, well, if today's race was dry, it would have been a lot closer, but if it's dry in Spain, Spain's probably, I don't know if it's a weaker track, but I don't particularly like it, so I imagine it might be difficult, and again, like here, it's pretty difficult to overtake, so
yeah,
yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, congratulations again for today, mate.
Thank you. I do want to say quickly, Carl, well done. What were you up, like 12 positions or something from your qualifying?
13 positions up, but you finished.
That is mental, well done.
Yeah.
I'm including Moddy there. I didn't know about the no formation lap. So I've waited thinking everyone's just going to pull off as normal. So I've then went ghost because I haven't moved. Lundy's came through me, and then like chaos has happened at turn 1, chaos has happened at turn 3. I'm like, right, I'll try and weed my way through. I think by the end of the first lap I'd went from 16th to up to 13th, and then with people coming on with smashed wings, whatever else, it was up to like maybe 12th or 11th for a couple of laps. And then again, someone else came in doing early pit stops, then I'm under the virtual safety car, everything like that. I've managed to pick my way through. But
you would definitely miss the right place, right time today, mate.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like when I looked at the pit strategy for when obviously that safety car came out, it says I was coming out in 11th, and then I've screened round as best I could to try and keep it under the delta and then get through. And then I've came out and I've only seen Hayes come through. I'm going, what the hell's going on here? I was like, right, fine, I'm going to take it. I'm sitting 4th. And then as I came out the pit, it's as if he'd ran wide for some reason and slowed down. But I mean, I've got it on my stream that he's slowed down and he's off the racing line. So I've come out all guns blazing and just launched it.
Yeah, the reason why you only dropped the 1 place until the
turn 2 because everyone has dived in the pits and they're all stuck under
because they're not on the same
car.
lap. Because they're not on the lead lap with the safety car, they have to stay to the delta.
Yeah, they need to stay to the delta, which played to my advantage.
Safety car menu. Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. Well, I said before the race.
I ain't going to argue. I got a podium.
I said before the race, you're the king of gaining positions.
I can't get anywhere near Pickles or Brindy Boy. I mean, he opened up a 16 or 17 second lead on me. Brindy was 10 seconds. I'm just going, fucking superhuman.
Yeah, he's mental, mate. Absolutely mental.
I love how Pickles is just sitting there quiet. He knows. He knows.
I wanted to get Tez in here to see what his thoughts were, but he's gone.
Has he gone off?
Right, man. He's gone offline, yeah. Well, I'll wrap it up there. So, Pickles, well done again. Another dominant display. I think, as you're probably gonna guess, my driver of the day is going to Carl. 13 places.
Yeah, I think my driver of the day is probably going to go to Carl as well.
I think you only got the 1 warning in the whole race.
I got 1 warning, and I ran wide at the second last corner just before you come up at the banking, and it was literally it was literally like a winglet. That's all it was. I was over onto the chevrons. I was going, no, I don't need any more.
No.
But Hayes was breathing down my neck those last 13 laps, and he was getting closer and closer because that last sector, I am shocking. But at the hairpin, to obviously the first banking, the hairpin left at turn 4 or 5, he was always running wide, and I managed to just sort of tuck in neatly, and I was just using all sorts of ERS, rich mode, just to shoot out the corner, dull it back down, turn ERS off. I'm going, oh no, just hold it together.
Yeah, well, I was saying in commentary, I mean, if you watch it back, you'll pick up on it straight away. Because it's wet, there's no DRS.
Exactly.
Losing 2 tenths to you every time on the straight is what he could gain. And the only way he was going to get past you today was if you made a mistake coming out in the last 2 corners.
I made a couple. I mean, there's a couple of corners that you see that the rear end steps out on mine.
Yeah.
If I mean, I don't know if you get Hayes' point of views or anything, but there's a few corners that I was stepping right out, and I'm on about like I'm opposite lock on the steering wheel in front of me, trying to feather the throttle. Disgusting.
Oh, it's good fun, isn't it? No, right, gents, I'm going to wrap the stream up. So, thank you again, Pickles. Congratulations, fantastic effort. Should regain top of the championship, I think. And well done to Carl, my driver of the day for today. And thank you to everyone who watched today. And we will see you for Spain next week.
Oh God.
Guys.